Hey pals, welcome to Frame and Fiber. I'm so glad that you were able to take some time out of your day to spend with me talking about all of the things that I'm up to here at Frame and Fiber, which is my yarn and picture framing shop in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. So if you ever find yourself at the Jersey Shore, stop on in. I'd love to meet you. So, did I say I'm Paige Miller, the owner of Frame and Fiber? I'm also known as Paige the Framer, mostly on Instagram and Ravelry, but I do use Facebook limited amount of Facebook. On Facebook, you can find me as Frame and Fiber. On Etsy, you can also find me as Frame and Fiber NJ. I do have a new Instagram account, which is frame.and.fiber. So you can follow me there. I'm separating a little bit of my Paige the Framer account from Frame and Fiber so that I'm able to service my framing customers a little bit more on Frame and Fiber, since the Paige the Framer podcast is, or not podcast, the Paige the Framer account is mostly yarn and fun and that kind of stuff. So Frame and Fiber is going to be a little bit more professional, I guess. Although you probably can tell I'm not the most professional. All right, so anyway, check me out in all of those places if you would like to follow along. For those of you who have been with me for a while, I have started a newsletter. So if you would like to sign up for the newsletter, you can visit frameandfiber.com and scroll down to the bottom of the page, and there's two signups. One if you want to be added to the newsletter, and one if you'd like an email when I upload a new podcast or episode. So I would like to point out now, before we go any further, that I changed the name of my podcast. So it's no longer going to be known as The One with Paige the Framer. Something dawned on me last week when I was doing my intro, which was me walking into the yarn shop, that Frame and Fiber, although in my brain is just a place, and so therefore it didn't make sense in my mind to name my channel after my business, but then I realized my business is also things. And that's what I wanted to name my channel about. I wanted to name my channel based on the things that I do, the things that I love. And it took me over a year to realize that Frame and Fiber works for that too. So this is the Frame and Fiber channel. I'm not quick, you guys. I'm nice and I'm outgoing and I'm friendly. So I'm gonna claim them and just, you know, not the sharpest tool in the shed. So anyway, I hope you like that I changed the name. I think it's pretty cool. It's funny too, last week I changed my intro because I didn't have that little snippet of recording that I normally used on the computer I was editing on this time. But I like my new intro, the little intro. So I don't know if you noticed, because this is only the second time I'm doing it this way, but the shop changed. So that's kind of cool that the intro is going to be a little bit different each time. We'll see how long that lasts, but that's what I'm thinking anyway. All right, so all of that intro out of the way, let's get into the discussion. First, if you did watch my last episode, you know that I am busy prepping for the New Jersey Wool Walk, which is next weekend. It's in 5 sleeps. 5 sleeps or 4 sleeps? 5 sleeps. Oh my gosh. It's here soon. And I have been working like a maniac trying to get ready for it. And I have to say, I feel pretty good. I mean, I still have a lot of work to do, but nothing, I don't feel overwhelmed, which is great. Because last year I felt very overwhelmed. So this is the second year that Frame and Fiber is one of the yarn shops on the Wool Walk. There are 18 New Jersey yarn shops on this Wool Walk. That's a beast of an event. There are, I don't know how many shops originally started. They're in their 6th year, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think the New Jersey Wool Walk has been around for 6 years. And there are shops that have been in it from the very beginning. And those are the shops that do the main bulk of planning. And so they have been doing it for this many years, and it's pretty old hat for them. So they do a great job, and I really appreciate all the hard work that they do to make it possible for everyone to participate and attend. So yeah, I have a lot. I did mention most of this to you guys in the last episode, which I will link up here. So I don't want to talk too much about the things that I've already mentioned, but I will say that the Wool Walk is April 4th through the 7th. On April 5th, which is that Friday, I am hosting a trunk show for Friday. Julie of Sweet Sparrow Yarns and Natalie of Remembrances Pottery. So if you are planning on attending on that Friday, or if you want to buy Sweet Sparrow or Remembrances Pottery, that's the day you should pop in here. Like I said in the last episode about Natalie's pottery, it's a very limited quantity. So it is limited to New Jersey Wool Walkers, and it is limited 1 mug per customer. So just to make it fair to those who are excited to come here, to try to spread out the inventory. So it's gonna be great on Friday. And then Saturday I have a trunk show for Pantera of Brooklyn Mojo, who is a textile artist, and she will have her hand printed textiles here. Beautiful work. If you guys are interested in sewing and really unique fabrics, Saturday is your day to pop in. Also on Saturday, Sue from Legacy Fiber Arts, who is 50% of Legacy Fiber Arts. She owns the business with her daughter, Chelsea. They have sent me a trunk show to do, which will be from the 4th through the 7th. So it's the entire Wool Walk. You'll be able to see Legacy Fiber Arts here. But Sue is hoping to pop in on that Saturday. So if you're here on the Saturday, you may get to meet Sue. It's gonna be a great weekend. I do have trunk shows, like I said, for Legacy Fiber Arts. I have a trunk show for Woolfiend, who is Emily. I love Emily and her yarn. She is sending me a big box of yarn. I am doing a trunk show for Greg Laplaca, who makes mugs for me. I showed them in the last episode. Really cute little animal mugs and knit mugs, really sweet. And then who else am I doing? So I said Woolfiend, Legacy. Oh, and then Tara of Mitchell's Creations. She has sent me 2 huge boxes of yarn for the wool walkers to peruse, and I hope they're excited to see the yarns that I have in, because these people who own these businesses work so hard and they're so passionate about what they do. And yeah, I hope I have curated a really cool wool walk. So I want to show you, I didn't show you last week Tara's yarn because her yarn wasn't here yet when I podcasted. So it's here. So I want to show you 6 skeins. 3 of them are exclusive colorways that she did just for the New Jersey Wool Walk. And then 3 of the other ones are 3 that I've been watching on her Instagram that I have been drooling over. So I want you to see them. So let me show you the ones that have been up on Instagram already. So this is called Funky Cold Patina, which is, I think, one of the best names ever for a skein of indie dyed yarn. Beautiful. These are all on her 75/25 superwash merino wool and nylon. It's beautiful. All right, so this one, I think Allison of Daisy Lane Design, who works here with me, is already claimed that one for herself. This skein of yarn is called Pixie Dust, and it is, what in the world? Those colors are ridiculous. It's so funny, I can't think of what colorway it is, but there's a Legacy Fiber Arts colorway that is almost, it's like this, but not as, like, this is super vibrant. These colors are like, whoa, whoa. The skein that I'm thinking of, I think it's Mr. Oogie Boogie. It was from their Nightmare Before Christmas collection. I think that's it. I feel like that's like a toned down version of this, and the two would look so good together. It's so cool. I love that. And then this one. So I thought Funky Cold Patina was my most favorite colorway until I saw this one. This is called Blackened Seasoning. So picture yourself down in Louisiana and they're having like a fish fry, and you've got all of the crustaceans that they're so famous for, crawdads and shrimp, and oh my gosh, how beautiful is that, right? That's amazing. Also, I'm gonna go get it, hold on. I wasn't gonna show you my custom colorway because I showed it to you last time, but I think that those two together are stinking cool. So, very cool. And that's called Sea Urchin. And this is based on cooking sea urchins. All right. So then Tara did three exclusive colorways for the Wool Walk, which she is calling them New Orleans Takes on New Jersey. Last week, I made a couple mistakes when I was talking about Dear Tara. One, I said I met her on Periscope, and that is not true. It was Facebook. We met through someone who I met on Periscope. And then I also said she was from Alabama, which is not true. She's from Louisiana. So these are, this collection, there's 3 colors. It's called New Orleans Takes on New Jersey. And so the first one she did is called Aftermath, and this was inspired by the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. She said in one of her posts, you know, I forget, I'm not quoting her correctly, But she had said, after talking about Hurricane Katrina and how it affected the area, that she said that the sun always rises. And I thought that was kind of cool. And I see that here. I see like the grays and the blacks being, you know, all of the turmoil. And then the sun and the golden like sunshine just popping through. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I love the colorway. I think this would probably microstripe, which means it would be the coolest pair of socks. And then the second colorway she did is called What Happens on Bourbon Street. Bourbon Street is clearly the most famous. Everyone knows Bourbon Street, or at least knows about it. And this was inspired, the picture she put up and what she talked about with this colorway was just the vibrant colors and vibe, the vibrant vibe of Bourbon Street. Just how lively it is with the people and the colors and the music. So that right there is a pretty cool colorway. And then the last one, which is, Tara, your colors, man. So this one is called Yarn Cult. Oh, let me hold that in the back. Yarn Cult. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, look at that. And this is inspired by voodoo. The voodoo religion down there. And it was really neat. She was talking about, you know, it was the African culture meets the French Louisiana culture, and it's really a big part of the history of St. Louis? No, Louisiana. And so that was her third colorway for that exclusive collection. So yeah, there they are. Really cool. They will be here the entire Wool Walk, unless of course they sell out, but they will be here for the show 4th through the 7th, and I'm excited about them. Okay, so I'm going to insert a video that I took of the pottery that Natalie has sent for the Wool Walk. She's coming from Canada, so there was no way she was flying with all the pottery. No. So she shipped it to me. So I wanted to take a little clip for you guys so you could see what she sent before it sells, because it'll be gone next weekend. So let me insert that here. Pretty, right? Aren't they beautiful? Did you see them? Oh my gosh. So there was one cup or one mug missing. She made a mug that has mermaid scales. So I didn't want to unpack the box all the way down to the bottom. I wanted to wait until I set them up. So you'll see that one hopefully in a picture or two. But yeah, Natalie's mugs are beautiful. I'm so excited to have them in the store. But when I opened the box, she sent a mug for me to put into the raffle prize. So if you watched last week, I showed the prize that is being raffled off to one lucky wool walker, which includes my custom colorway from Legacy Fiber Arts, one of my photo mats, which are back there, my knitting mats, a bag that Seashore Sharon made, and some little notions and extras. But now adding to that prize is this. Pretty cute, right? So one lucky wool walker is going to win these Au Naturel undyed sweaters on a clothesline. It's really pretty. That was really generous, Natalie. Thank you so much for sending that to us. So, wool walkers. Now you really are excited. So, and this is what's cool too, is every wool walker is going to be entered into for the raffle, not just if you come the day of the trunk show. So the 4th through the 7th, all you have to do is enter the raffle, and you might win this with my other great prize also in the box. Let me just share this with you. I do need to take a sip of my water, so let me take a sip. Oh, that was a motorcycle. So if you pay attention to Natalie's Instagram, I think this was a few months, maybe like a month. I want to say a few months, but it wasn't. It was probably about a month or 2 ago. She had this mug up, and it's so pretty. So I bought this for myself. So I have my own Remembrances Pottery mug. I made sure not to buy from the inventory for the wool walkers. That way, more goes out to the people. So there's so much wool walk talk that I realized maybe you guys don't really care. So to apologize for monopolizing your time with talking about the wool walk, I wanted to do a giveaway. So it would only be fitting if part of the giveaway came from Natalie of Remembrances Pottery, and this is a button that she made. Isn't it pretty? I think it's about 1 1/8 inches, 1.25 inches. It's really pretty. So that will be in part of my giveaway for this episode, along with a sock bag made by Seashore Sharon. It's a flat bottom rectangle construction, perfectly fits 2 caked up balls of yarn. So you will receive that. And you will receive, I just got these in. Oh! I just got these in this week. I didn't know if I was going to get them in time, but I did. So I just replenished in, let's see if I can do this. So there we go. So I just replenished in my stock of frame and fiber enamel pins. I wasn't going to originally, but a lot of people have asked for them. So they are back in my Etsy shop if you're interested. That's Frame and Fiber NJ. You can find them there. So the winner will win these 3 little goodies. And to win this prize, comment below if you would go and visit Mitchell's Creations. I'm going to put the website here because I don't want to say it wrong, so it'll be here. If you go and check out her shop and look at all of the yarns that she has available, some of them are similar, or no, I think they are. She has a lot of what I have in for the trunk show. She has some up in her shop as well, so you can definitely go check that out. Take a look at her yarns and just comment below which one you liked the best, which one you wouldn't mind knitting with. And I will announce the winner of that after the wool walk. You know what I didn't mention when I was talking about all of the places on social media you can find me? I keep meaning to tell you guys that Allison of Daisy Lane Design, she and I have been going live on Instagram every Wednesday afternoon. So I just want to put it out there if you guys are around on Wednesdays. Pay attention to your Instagram feed and pop in, hang out with me and Al for a little while. We just chat about what we're doing. It's called What Up Wednesday. Just some silliness, but wanted to invite you to join us for that. In my last live with Allison, I talked about this bike and the way I ride on it, and I also mentioned the Just One End podcast. So check in next Wednesday. Also on Instagram, if you will check out the hashtags, one is Hat Not Hate and the other is Muslim Hearts for Christchurch. Those are two people have organized to help out the communities and to make a difference in the world we live in. So first is Hat Not Hate. That is a bunch of makers, knitters, and crocheters making hats for children in New York, promoting anti-bullying. So please join us for that. I will link below so that you can find out more information about Hat Not Hate, but it is pretty cool, and I would love it if you would join us in making blue hats. Like I said, knitted or crocheted, it doesn't matter. Make blue hats with us so that we can ship them off to the Lion Brand headquarters so that they can pass out the hats. I think they're doing the hats in the fall. And then there's Muslim Hearts for Christchurch, which is people from around the globe making hearts, which I showed in my last video. The heart that I made, I still want to make more, but it's going to wait until after the wool walk. But we're making hearts to send to Christchurch. We're sending it to Barker's Wool and Haberdashery. I say it like that because the last episode I butchered it so badly. Poor lady. I forget what her name is, but I butchered the name of her shop, so I apologize for that. We are going to be sending them to the hearts that we're making, and they can be any craft and any color. You don't have to knit or crochet the hearts. You can make them out of any medium of your choice. So if you sew, you can sew a heart. You can cut out felt and decorate the felt. Get your kids involved. My friend Vicky is a teacher in New Jersey, and she asked me if I could come and teach the kids how to crochet the heart that I made. And I don't think I can teach them that in like 43 minutes in the day. And so I was thinking something along the lines of felt and decoration on the felt. So I'll keep you posted on that. I do need the hat. If you want to mail the hat to me, because it might be a little too expensive to mail it to New Zealand, please feel free to mail the hat to Frame and Fiber here, and then I'll ship them off to New Zealand. I am mailing them on, I'm gonna mail them the last week in April, so I would need them here by like the 20th of April so I can get them to New Zealand on time. But so there are two ways that you can join in and help support. You know, these are not local communities to me, but they are a community nonetheless that need our help. So join me. Okay, is that it? I think that's it. I wanted to show you really quick my Piper's journey that I was knitting on, and I'm still knitting on. It's not finished, it's still an FO. I have 65 stitches left to finish the applied border. That's it, just 65 stitches. Ah! Gosh, if I can like finish this recording and edit it fast, maybe I could get some knitting in tonight. I've been getting home from the shop really late, and I've just been too tired to knit, so I haven't been. That's not true, I have. I've knitted a lot of this since last week. I did do a bunch. This is the only thing I've been knitting on when I've been knitting. So that's it. That's how far I have to go. Now it's only 65 stitches, but it's the applied border that is 17 stitches, so I've got to do 17 stitches times 65. So whatever that might be. But it's coming out great. I really think if I could crank, I could have this in time. And I want this in time for the wool walk because this yarn, I sell this yarn at the shop. This is called Andorra by Calborn Woolens. It is a gorgeous cotton and linen blend. And it was really lovely to work with. I know sometimes people say that cotton bothers their hands. I didn't have a problem with this. So I would recommend trying it. After the wool walk, once this is finished, I'll be I'll be photographing Andorra and then putting it up on my website and having kits for this pattern. So I'll keep you posted too if you're interested in a kit. But this pattern, last week I talked about it and I butchered my friend Paula's name. Like I butchered her name so bad. So this is called Piper's Journey, and it is written by Paula Emmons Feasley. Feasley. So why am I saying this to you? I saw a post that Susan B. Anderson put up. I think it was like probably a week or two ago that she put up the post, or maybe even a month. But I just saw it one day this week. And she talks about Paula and a pattern that Paula wrote and says Paula's name, and in quotations writes, it rhymes with easily. So her name is Paula Emmons Feasley. I thought that was funny, and I thought it was perfect because I had butchered her name so bad in the last episode. There we are. It is pretty cute, isn't it? Oh my gosh. It's funny, like the camera adds, what do they say, 10 pounds to the body, but it makes, I'm gonna say it makes our stitches look very beautiful and uniform. It adds definition to our stitches. All right, so that's what I'm working on. I'm hoping I can have that finished. I told you about everything I think I need to tell you about. Oh, I look like I'm really tired. Also, leaning forward like this, look how little you look. Hey pals, this is Val. I feel like I've introduced you to them before. Have I? Is that true?
my name.
I've just said your name.
You said my pal Val.
My pal Val. This is Val. We're having breakfast.
Yes.
I only had one sip of coffee, so I'm a little bit.
She got fancy coffee.
I did get fancy coffee. There's my coffee.
Oh, it is fancy.
When I see that face, I eat this lunch. Oh, so good. All right, so that's about it today, guys. Thanks for being with me. I hope you liked this episode. It's a little bit of a smash up of my week and a recap of what's been going on. So some of it may have been a repeat. I'm sorry that there wasn't much knitting content. There's not a lot of knitting content in this one, but I did talk a lot about yarny goodness, so I hope that wet your whistle. Yeah, so next time I see you, the will walk will have been, it will have come and gone. And we'll talk about the next thing. So until next time, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Frame and Fiber content. I'll see you guys. Bye. Oh, shit.